everyone. So today we're going to talk about our next two planets that are closest to the sun. Our next two planets that are made out of metal and rock. So we've already talked about Mercury, which is the closest planet to the sun, and we've talked about Venus, which is the second closest planet to the sun. So Mercury, Venus, and our next two are our home planet, which is Earth. And then we're also going to talk about the red planet today, which is Mars. So we're going to talk about Earth and Mars. So first, I'm going to show you our two planets, what they look like in space. So we have Earth, right? And Earth, they say, looks like a giant marble in its space, the giant blue marble. And then we also have Mars. So we're going to talk about Earth and Mars today. So I'm going to read a story about the planet Earth, and then we're going to talk about the two characteristics of the planet. So my story is called Earth, my first 4.54 billion years. So that's how long the Earth has been around. That's a long, long time. That's how old it is. That's a very old age. Hi, my name is Earth. Some people call me Gaia, the world, the blue marble, or the third planet from the sun. But you can call me Planet Awesome. So it's the third planet from the sun. My family is really, really big. So here's all of the planets, which are his family. And it says, Happy Holidays. I have 7 siblings in my solar system. I'm closest to Venus and Mars. Some used to say I have 8 siblings, but Pluto is more like the family pet. And then there are my cousins. My Milky Way family has billions of planets. Told you, big family. My favorite things to do are spinning. It takes me a whole day to go around once, and circling the sun. That takes me an entire year. So it takes an entire year to go around the sun. My best friend is the moon. We hang out all the time, even when you can't see her. The moon needs 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around me. I've timed her. So that's how long it takes for the moon to go around the Earth. I was born 4.54 billion years ago. I don't remember what it was like to be a baby. But who does? But I've been told that I was a hot mess. So here it shows his baby picture. That's what he thinks they looked like when he was a baby. Then I started to cool off and things got really wet. It rained for thousands of years. I'm not kidding, thousands. So remember it was red in his baby picture? And now he's changing colors, starting to look more like the Earth. I was soggy and lonely. A few islands popped up in my oceans, but no plants or animals. My islands must have been lonely too. They got together and made bigger islands called continents. I remember Ur and Nuna and the ginormous Pangaea. Then Pangaea split into 7 separate continents. Things are always changing. So now he looks more like the Earth, what it looks like now. As I got older, stuff began to grow. Life. So we have the time span of life. Remember back way, way back in the day, the dinosaurs were around. And then people started to be coming to grow and live on Earth. The time of the dinosaurs was one of my favorites. I mean, everyone loves dinosaurs. They lived with me for 175 million years until, and we're gonna learn about dinosaurs too, asteroid! So there's an asteroid, which is like a big giant rock that shoots through space. It's not always easy being Earth. Volcanic eruptions, ice ages, major collisions. Nothing for us to be worried about. But on the inside, I'm the same planet awesome. So the Earth has 4 layers. It has the crust, which is what we live on, which is the outermost part of the Earth. And then you have the mantle, which is the next part of the Earth. And then you have the outer core and inner core. So the Earth has 4 layers to it. So that's what he means by on the inside. Humans have been super fun. No other species has ever been interested in learning about me. Other animals are nice, but they mostly eat and poop and never wonder about my amazing life. But sometimes humans forget to share and play nice and clean up after themselves. So he's saying, just like we were learning about during Earth Week, remember, we have to remember to take care of our planet Earth. Because see here, they're not playing very nice. They're not keeping our waters clean. They're not cleaning up after themselves on the land. So we have to take care of our amazing planet Earth. Still, I bet you humans will turn out to do really great things, right? The end. So that's about Earth and his 4.54 billion years he's been alive so far. So we have the planet Earth. This is what it looks like from space. Here it is. I think that's a picture taken from the moon. That's what Earth looks like if you were on the moon and saw Earth as an astronaut. And here's an actual planet taken from space of the Earth. And they call it the blue marble because doesn't it kind of look like a marble, right? And remember, all the white are the clouds and the brown is the land and all the blue is the water because most of the Earth is water, right? That's why it's so blue. So we have Earth. And let's talk about Earth. Earth is, I'll hold up my picture. Earth is the 3rd planet closest to the sun, the 3rd planet. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here's our 3rd planet closest to the sun. All right, and here is our blue marble. And it has 1 moon, right? We have 1 moon that we see at night, sometimes during the day. It has no rings around it, right? And it has water and air on the surface so we can breathe, right? It's the perfect temperature on Earth for humans and animals to live on. It is the only planet that has known life. So meaning the only planet where people and animals live on that we know of. And we talked about it's made of rock and metal, and it has the 4 layers. Remember the 4 layers of the Earth. I had another book to show you, right? The 4 layers of the Earth. We have the crust is the part that we live on, the mantle, which is the next layer, the outer core, and then the inner core. So it has 4 layers. Water covers most of it, right? Look at all the water. That's why it's mostly blue. It's the perfect temperature, and it tilts slightly when it orbits. So it kind of tilts slightly. So here, say that's what it looks like. It kind of tilts a little bit as it turns. And that's what gives us the 4 different seasons. So as the Earth is tilting, that's why the seasons change. That's why we have summer, winter, fall, and spring. So the way that it tilts is what gives us our 4 seasons. 4 seasons, okay? So Earth is the 3rd planet closest to the sun. So Earth is the 3rd planet closest to the sun. So we had Mercury, Venus, Earth, and now we have Mars. So here's Mars. Oops, dropped my pointer. Here's Mars, right? And they call Mars the red planet. The 4th planet closest to the sun, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th planet closest to the sun called the red planet. Here's a picture of it in space, an actual picture. Kind of looks like a big ball of fire, right? But it's not on fire. It's just the color of it. It's the red planet. It has a red sky. So think of here on Earth that we have the blue sky. If you were on Mars, the sky would be red. I don't know if I'd like that very much to have a red sky. And it's made of red rocks and brown dirt, and it always has dust storms. So think of when it's dusty, or think of sand always, when it's windy outside, sand going with the wind. That's like a dust storm. I wouldn't like a dust storm either. You get sand in your eyes all the time. And it's the last planet that's made of rock and metal. And it is the largest volcano in our solar system. So think of red planet Mars as a giant volcano. It's the giant volcano in our solar system. And it also has 4 seasons like Earth does. And it also, like Earth, has polar ice caps. It doesn't look like it would have ice caps, but it has polar ice caps on it. And instead of 1 moon like the Earth, it has 2 moons. And it takes 1 day to orbit the sun. And it has no air or water on it, so people can't live on it. So it's the 4th planet closest to the sun. And what you need to know about Mars is that it's the red planet, 4th closest to the sun, and it is the largest volcano in our solar system. So Mars. So we have Earth. Here's my Earth. 3rd closest to the sun, we live on it. And then Mars, the red planet, and it's the largest volcano in the solar system. Earth 3rd, Mars 4th. All right, and next we'll learn about the gas giant planets, the next 4 planets, and we're going to talk about the biggest one in our solar system called Jupiter, and next we'll also talk about Saturn, the one with its rings.